Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to go over the question, what if Kratos and Atreus entered the Dragon Ball Z world? Beerus has just finished his battle with Goku and he's getting ready to destroy the Earth. When suddenly a white gate opens and two strangers walk through. Kratos and Atreus walk through right after the end of the 2018 God of War game. The two gods look confused when suddenly Beerus points at Kratos, sensing huge energy emanating from him. He challenges the stranger to a fight, threatening to destroy the world if he doesn't comply. Kratos and Atreus came here seeking refuge from the Norse gods of their realm, only to be met by another kind of deity. Kratos gestures for Atreus to stand back, but he's not ready for the battle to come. Now, while Beerus fights for fun and entertainment, Kratos fights for his very survival. The two begin their melee, and it's apparent Kratos is severely behind Beerus, especially in terms of speed. However, Beerus senses there's more to the man in front of him and he begins taunting him, threatening to destroy him, his son, and the Earth. He continues beating and berating Kratos until suddenly Kratos activates his Spartan Rage. His energy grows out of control and he starts matching Beerus move for move. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to say that Kratos with Spartan Rage is around Super Saiyan God. Kratos is giving it his all, and Beerus seems to be having more and more fun. Kratos gives one last volley before Beerus decides he's had enough, and he one-shots the God of War, knocking Kratos out. Kratos gets up with the help of Atreus, and he realizes there's nothing they can do to match this deity. As he accepts his fate, he finds himself being praised by Goku. Goku tells him that he did amazing, that he should be very proud that he was able to push Beerus to this level. He is the god of destruction of this universe after all. After asking Kratos and Atreus' names, he asks if they're planning on staying for a long time because Kratos would be the perfect sparring partner for him. Now Kratos, being who he is, doesn't understand why he's being praised for losing. He understands that every warrior must taste defeat eventually, but this was a slaughter. He stood no chance against this Beerus. But Goku is so excited he literally cannot contain it. He's jumping around. And he keeps repeating that if they train together, they might get strong enough to defeat Beerus. Because Goku's pretty strong himself. Whis and Beerus then take their leave, thanking the mortals for their hospitality and for the fun fights. Beerus is actually exhausted. He needs a nap bad. Goten and Trunks immediately become best friends with Atreus. Bulma then offers Kratos and Atreus a temporary place to stay while they get on their feet, and the Z-Fighters welcome them with open and loving arms. Now Kratos is extremely apprehensive about this. He's never been treated like this before, but he does sense some godly energy from within Goku. However, he doesn't know Goku's official godly title or what he's god of. Kratos does understand one thing very clearly. If he wants to make a life for him and Atreus here, he has to defeat this Beerus. This leads him to accepting Goku's offer to train. The next time he faces this god of destruction, he will be ready. Now at first, Kratos is absolutely stunned by Goku's power. All of his different attacks, his techniques, they're all so unique and different from the way he's been taught to fight. And Kratos realizes he has a lot to learn about this realm's magic. Now, while the Saiyan and the Spartan have been training for a few months, Atreus has actually been training alongside Goten and Trunks, learning to master his own godly power and energy. But then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No, Goku finds out that Vegeta's been training with Whis, and it drives him insane. He begs Whis to take him and Kratos to Beerus' planet for training as well. Now, Kratos is initially adamant that he doesn't want to go, but he cannot deny how much stronger he's gotten in just a few short months of training. He consults with Mimir, who's been spending a lot of time with Bulma, learning all the things she knows. She's actually working on an android body for him. Mimir tells Kratos that his skills as a warrior are growing exponentially because of these controlled combat engagements with Goku. It's very similar to what warriors would do in Valhalla. And he also mentions how Atreus has never seemed happier, that he really believes this realm could offer them the peaceful life they've been looking for. Kratos concurs, and he decides to join Goku and Whis in training on Beerus' planet. And Kratos also realized that his best shot at defeating this god of destruction is training with his teacher. Now, in his first lesson to Kratos, Whis explains the hierarchy of the gods and the Kais in the Dragon Ball multiverse. He also goes on to explain how many different habitable worlds there are, how much life is actually in the universe. And after being explained the role and differences between a Kai and a god of destruction, despite disagreeing with its philosophy, Kratos understands why destruction may be needed in order to better a universe. Understanding the balance between life and destruction is the key to what Whis is trying to teach him, and Kratos, much like Vegeta, is way too tense and needs to learn to relax if he's gonna master Ultra Instinct. And despite accepting Lord Beerus' position as God of Destruction, Kratos thinks he's very lazy. But while he naps, Kratos adapts to Whis' training fairly easily. He actually likes it a lot. It reminds him of how he was raised as a Spartan warrior. And now while Goku and Vegeta strive to unlock Super Saiyan God and eventually Super Saiyan Blue, Kratos doesn't really have a transformation. All he has is his Spartan Rage. And Whis concludes that Kratos is not actually transforming. His Spartan Rage is more like him drawing on his inner God ki and exerting it outwards. Sort of working like a godly Kaioken. And with Kratos' base power, the amplification is insane. And during these months of training, Kratos gains an appreciation for his Saiyan comrades, respecting Vegeta's proud warrior spirit, and he even enjoys Goku's lighthearted nature. Goku thinks Kratos is just like another serious Vegeta, and Vegeta respects Kratos' Spartan pride. The three of them together are the perfect training trio. And one day, while sparring with each other, they get word that Frieza has been resurrected. And because of the extra boost that Kratos gives the Saiyans in their training, when they go down to face the Tyrant, it is actually extremely easy. His Golden Frieza form is nothing compared to what the three of them have become. Goku, Vegeta, and Kratos are all learning so much from each other and benefiting so much that their power levels are rising exponentially. Even Whis and Beerus are shocked at how much the three of them are growing. So when Champa comes around for the Universe 6 tournament, it's obvious which three are definitely going to be on Team Universe 7. Now, one big change to the team is that Kratos requests Atreus to join the squad. So the new lineup for Universe 7 is Kratos, Atreus, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. Boo is still going to fall asleep. Now, the beginning of the tournament goes largely the same, with Goku defeating Potamo and losing to Frost, who cheats via his poison. But instead of Piccolo being picked for second, Kratos steps up. And the God of War hasn't really gotten to test himself since Beerus. He was really looking forward to fighting Frieza, but Goku took care of it. This Frost will have to do. Now, Kratos isn't like a Z fighter. He's not going to gauge Frost's power in relation to his own. He doesn't hold back. He goes at Frost with everything he's got and one-shots him, sending him flying out of the arena. Vegeta smirks and tells Kratos not to get cocky because Frost was nothing in comparison to Frieza. And that Frieza is nothing compared to them. He needs to aim higher if he truly wants to test his power. Kratos steps up to fight Vegeta, and Champa tries to do the same cheesy thing by heating up the arena. But we all know that Kratos has experienced much greater heat. And instead of using verbal abuse to knock Vegeta out the ring, Kratos uses his own power, managing to break both Vegeta and the barrier in one fell swoop. And with another fighter down from Universe 6, it looks like it's up to Kappa to stop this God of War. And upon realizing the stature of his next opponent, Kratos looks at Atreus and tells him, "Boy, you're up," before jumping out of the ring. Beerus is fuming at Kratos, but the Spartan doesn't care. He wants to see how far his son has come. Goten and Trunks cheer on their new best friend as Atreus attempts to enter the ring, but the referee quickly stops him, telling him he can't bring in his bow, his arrow, or any knives. Kappa bows and shows his respect to a nervous Atreus. Atreus attempts to do his best, but Kappa's speed and power is too much for him, seemingly. Atreus is being pummeled into submission, and as he's being beaten down, he notices his father looking at him. He activates his own Spartan Rage, and he's able to counter Kappa's moves. The two begin to fight as equals, adapting to each other's strength, speed, and agility. Atreus is enthralled by the battle. He doesn't even realize that his Spartan Rage has dissipated. He's going toe-to-toe with Kappa with his own power right now. But when he does realize this, Atreus hesitates, and during this moment of hesitation, Kappa knocks him out. Kratos is angered with Atreus and yells at him, telling him his hesitation would have gotten him killed in the real world. But Goku tells him he did great, and Goten and Trunks also rush over to congratulate their friend. Mimir in his new cyborg body commends the little brother. Kratos then softens his appeal and tells Atreus his performance was adequate, that he must get out of his own head and believe in his power. Goku then backs up Kratos, saying he is right. In the real world, you cannot hesitate. He's experienced it before, and he's paid for it big time. Now, the rest of the tournament goes largely the same as canon. Vegeta destroys Kaba after teaching him Super Saiyan. He then loses to Hit. Goku is brought back once they realize that Frost was cheating, and him and Hit engage in an epic battle, which is actually this time interrupted by none other than Zeno. And Kratos has learned about Zeno from Whis, but seeing him is something different. He was expecting somebody more menacing looking. Goku then opens his mouth and suggests another tournament, to which Zeno seems very excited by. Zeno disappears, and you know who else was watching this tournament? None other than the hater himself, Zamasu. But with that being said, guys, we're going to put an end to this episode right now. But what do you guys think so far? How do you guys think the Goku Black arc is going to go on the next part? Spoiler alert, it's not Goku Black, it's Kratos. But please let me know what you guys think so far in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Peace.